The game was 4-3 in favor of the Flyers. They thought they scored the empty net goal to make it 5-3. Here's what happens. The Blues continue to work it in the Flyers zone. They'll end up with it, but the puck's going to hit one of the Flyers on their bench. That's what happened. The puck deflected. That's what happened to the whistle, and that's why we're in overtime.
Here's a quick shot. Brind'Amour save Fuhr, and he makes another save as we're underway in the 5-minute overtime period. Hall clears the puck out. It's 4-4 in overtime. Now Otto shoots the puck in. Philadelphia changes quickly. The Blues have not won a game in overtime. Brind'Amour gets bumped, chases after the puck behind the Blues net. Now a wraparound attempt. A shot off a skate just wide. Renberg can't center, tied up by McInnes. Then Lindros taken down by Noonan. The crowd doesn't like it. Brind'Amour, or I should say Barron, clears the puck out, and it's loose at center ice. An unhappy crowd. Now the Flyers work in. Lindros a long shot from the right wing wide. Here's Therrien keeping the puck in from the corner, centers. Pronger intercepts, shooting the puck the length of the ice. It goes through the crease, no icing. The crowd thought there should have been a penalty. 3:50 to go in overtime. Flyers clear to center ice. Kravchuk with a puck. This is the Blues' 7th overtime game. Noonan works in on the far wing. The Blues are changing. Centering pass knocked away by Dykhuis. Kept in at the blue line. Courtnall in front. Oh, and Noonan tips the puck, and Hextall knocks it away. Lindros with a puck. Near wing for LeClaire. He'll shoot the puck in. Lindros after it. Far corner. Skates by it, and it's Kravchuk. His pass off the heel of the stick of Courtnall. In front of the benches, Dykhuis fires the puck in. Pronger plays it. Far side to Kravchuk, up to his blue line. And a pass too far for Broughton. The Blues have 1 loss in overtime and 5 ties. Philadelphia in their own zone, clearing the puck out. Barron knocks it down, gives it to Hudson, and he'll shoot it in. Flyers go deep to play it. Up the near wing, Bodine. Out to center ice for Semenoff. He leaves the puck. Played by Dupre, who's got a goal. He'll shoot it in. Bodine knocks the puck behind the net. Corson leaves it near side for Broughton. Up to Johnson. He can't get out of his own end, then finally clears the zone and ends up with a puck again to the red line. Craig Johnson into the Philadelphia end. Can't get around Samuelson. Whips the puck around behind the net near side with 2.5 to go in overtime. Now into the corner. Corson can't center. Too well covered. Here's Samuelson, an outlet pass. Up the right wing, Trent Klatt. Klatt into the zone. To Semenoff. He's tied up in the corner. Now Klatt along the far boards. Klatt works into the right wing circle. A shot, and it goes off a skate wide. 2:08 to go in overtime, and play stopped. The linesman in front of the Blues bench stops play and goes over to tell Andy Van Hellemond why. Let's summarize the 3rd period for you. The Blues went into the period leading 3-2. Lindros a power play goal at 7:16 to tie it. Dupre scored with less than 6 minutes to go in regulation to give Philadelphia the lead. And then at 19:36, Matteau scored to tie it at 4. Our 3rd period summary brought to you by Hardee's, where it's always fresh from the kitchen.
Well, right off the face-off in the Philadelphia zone, McInnes takes a shot. It's deflected. Now on the play, here's Noonan with the shot. And what a save by Hextall. And over to the side was Stephane Matteau. The Blues were on a 6-on-4, and Matteau scores to tie the game at 4.
Philadelphia, with only 2 victories in their last 9 games, have played a lot of close ones lately. 3 of their last 4 games have resulted in ties.
And 4 of their last 7 have ended in ties.
They've won 2 in overtime, lost 1 in overtime, and had 8 ties. Blues win the draw on their own end. Kravchuk plays the puck up the far boards for Matteau, who scored twice. He clears the zone. Here's Carl Dykhuis in his own end. Up to center ice for Otto. Hawerchuk intercepts, but it's offside. Stephane Matteau caught in over the blue line. Play stopped. 1:52 to go in overtime. The shots, the Blues have had 1 shot in overtime. They have 29 shots on goal. Philadelphia has had 2 shots in overtime. They have 39 shots tonight.
And a mock cheer went up for the officials when they blew the whistle on the offside. And everyone here thought that the Flyers had scored into the empty net to make it 5-3. wasn't to be. They kept the 5 on the scoreboard a long, long time, and they finally had the face-off in the Flyer zone, and the Blues ultimately scored.
Neutral face-off. Pronger with a puck. Far side. Kravchuk dumps it in. 1:45 to go in overtime at the Spectrum. It's 4-4. Blues intercept. Courtnall centers and no one in front. Leclerc clears it up the boards, not out. Here's Pronger, a weak shot that goes wide of the Philadelphia net. Therrien gets the puck ahead. Philadelphia at center ice. Michael Renberg, who scored in the first minute of the game, in front. Oh, and Leclerc fans has his stick lifted by Kravchuk. Now Leclerc and a feed from Lindros behind the net, unable to center. Comes into the corner to the point. Shot by Therrien, knocked away by Howardchuk. And the Blues to center ice. Courtnall will flip the puck in wide of the Flyers net. Now 1:05 to go. Howardchuk feeds behind the goal. Coming in, Hall. He's bumped, loses the puck. McInnes has it to Hall off his skate, and he can't get a shot. Courtnall feeds to Howardchuk, and he's unable to center, and Philadelphia on the attack. It's Renberg ahead to Lindros over the line. Drop pass Renberg. Leclerc in front with Lindros, and Lindros a backhander wide. Courtnall clears to the far boards. Hull takes his man, and Barron breaks out. 38 seconds to go. 4-4 overtime. Barron a shot and a blocker save by Hextall. Both teams are changing. Dykhouse far side. Desjardins ahead on the right wing. Flyers center, and the puck out of the reach of Brind'Amour. 20 seconds to go. Blues on the attack. Corson through center ice over the blue line. He shoots and shoots wide. And Otto beats Noonan to the puck. We go the other way. 10 seconds to go. Brind'Amour in over the line. Brind'Amour turns, shoots, and shoots wide. 5 seconds remaining. Now the puck centered. Knocked away. And Desjardins without a stick plays it ahead. And play is stopped. The game is over. Out at center ice. Otto and Noonan want to go. And then Matteau steps in. Hextall wants to fight with Corson. The linesmen have Corson and Hextall, but they're going to have to let the others go. It's a final. The Blues have a 4-4 tie here in Philadelphia, and the game may continue as sticks and gloves have been dropped. Hextall is furious. One linesman has him. The other linesman and Andy Van Hellemond trying to take care of everyone else. Now Dykhouse really trying hard to get at Chris Pronger.
And Grant Fuhr's ready also. He's come all the way out to center ice. Hextall has been trying to get in the fray. He threw his gloves down back in his own zone. And Grant came all the way out as well just to try and keep things evened up. But boy, the emotions have been high. This has been a tremendous hockey game here in Philadelphia. These two teams just punishing each other all night, and neither team wanting to give up or give an inch. And maybe this is the way it should have ended in a 4-4 tie.
And remember, Eric Lindros and the Flyers will be at Kiel Center Saturday night, February the 3rd. Hextall and the Flyers in a rematch. We want to remind you the Blues tonight with a total of 30 shots on goal. With their 25th shot, a big salute to Southwest Airlines. The Blues wishing Southwest Airlines a happy 25th anniversary. Southwest Airlines celebrating 25 years of low fares, frequent flights, and fun. Well, the officials cool the tempers down. They'll pick up the gloves and the sticks, and the Blues go off with a well-earned point here at the Spectrum, a 4-4 final. Remember always, fans, if you can't follow the Blues on the road, but you can stay on top of the game always with the Post-Dispatch. Call 340-8888 and have the Post delivered to your home. No question tonight, the Blues play exceptionally well. And they now, after 42 games, just starting the second half of the season, have 42 points. We'll return to the Spectrum in a moment. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. Well, it's finally over here in Philadelphia. What a great night of hockey in the final. The St. Louis Blues 4 and the Philadelphia Flyers 4. Ken Wilson, Joe Micheletti, welcoming you back to the Spectrum. Well, we have said recently there haven't been a lot of really rough, tough hockey games involving the Blues, and there was some question about the Blues' performance in New Jersey. Mike Keenan said, well, I don't feel too badly. It was a tough day of travel. I'm going to give them a game. Well, boy, tonight we had a physical game, and I thought an exceptional effort by the Blues.
Yeah, I thought it was just a great effort by them, and it was nice to see a physical game. And we knew the Flyers were big. They hadn't been playing all that physical. They did tonight, and they started off the first shift. They came out, played physical. They scored the goal, but the Blues didn't back down at all. If anything, they stepped up their game a notch, and they started matching Philadelphia hit for hit as much as they could. And I thought had a gutty, gritty performance tonight.
And when Yannick Dupre scored, rather late in the game, it looked like it was going to be curtains on the Blues. Then when Philadelphia scored what looked like a game goal that would ice it, that goal with the goalie, Grant Fuhr, on the bench, you said, oh, it's over, but it wasn't the case.
No, here it is again. Now the puck is going, it's kind of hard to see, but right along the boards, the puck is shot, and it hits one of the Flyers on the bench and ricochets immediately. There's the highlighted area. You can see the Flyers, they had the gloves over the boards, and you can just see the puck glance off one of the Flyer players and go into the empty net. It was at that point, though, that the whistle blew right away, and the faceoff came back into the Flyer zone.
Well, it was an interesting game as the Blues get a second chance. They get the puck in the Philadelphia end, and Stephane Matteau scores. Boy, you think he's happy?
Yeah.
It's his first 2 goals with the Blues.
Yeah, he played well tonight. And again, I think one of the keys was early in the game, Mike Keenan put Matteau on the line with Corson, who was playing center with Hull on the right side, and they were pretty effective against that big line of the Flyers, and Matteau, I thought, played a heck of a game.
Well, it has been tough over the years, Rob Ramage, for the Blues to win and or tie here in Philadelphia. So I think for everyone, especially the fans, it has to feel good to see the Blues get a point here.
Oh, absolutely, Ken. Believe me, I know. Over 6 years playing for the Blues, I never won a hockey game in here. It wasn't until I played for Calgary we came in and finally won a game. But the Blues tonight, you never say die, and they never did. 24 seconds left in the game, they managed to tie it. A game that looked like they were going to let slip away, which would have been just a devastating loss for them. These are the types of games that really build character, really bring a team together. Let's hope they can build on that, go up to Montreal, keep this thing rolling, and things will be really good on this trip. All
right,
you guys.
Thank you, Rob. One of those games where a lot of little things made a difference. Power plays on both sides, shorthanded situations. That late third period penalty to John LeClair for hooking. Very, very key. The Blues score late in the third to gain a 4-4 tie. And we'll return to Philadelphia after these messages. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. Stephane Matteau's goal with 24 seconds remaining in the third tonight, giving the Blues a 4-4 tie here in Philadelphia. And Joe, let's look at the Bud Ice 3 stars.
Our number 3 star tonight goes to Stephane Matteau, who scored 2 goals for the Blues. Number 2 goes to Eric Lindros, who scored 1 goal and added a couple of assists. And the number 1 star tonight, boy, he was all over the ice right from the opening faceoff. Shane Corson, who scored 1 goal.
Matteau, Lindros, and Corson are Bud Ice 3 stars, and Rob has the Bush play of the game.
Well, we can't watch this one enough. I'll tell you, what a big, big goal. His second of the game. With the draw, 20, with just very little time left in the game. Goes back to Al McGinnis. Good presence. Hextall can't handle it. Noonan with the shot. Look at Shane Corson jamming there. Stephane Matteau buries it. And that is your Bush play of the game.
All right, Rob, thanks very much. Still to come, Saturday night in Montreal, Sunday night in New York against the Rangers. Boy, what a finish tonight here at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Tom McLaughlin, Tim Pat leading our Bud Sports crew. They've done a fine job as always. For Rob and Joe, this is Ken Wilson. Thanks for joining us in Philadelphia. The final again, the St. Louis Blues 4 and the Philadelphia Flyers 4. St. Louis Blues hockey has been a presentation of Bud Sports through the facilities of KPLR TV and KMOX Radio. Our next Blues telecast will be this Saturday night from the Forum in Montreal, right here on St. Louis 11 KPLR TV. The Blues and the Canadians, and it all begins at 6:30 Central Time. Hockey brought to you by Smooth Bush Beer and easy drinking Bush Light. Head for the mountains of Bush. By McDonald's, where what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. By Southwest Airlines. Fly Southwest, the low-fare airline. By Pepsi. Nothing else is a Pepsi. By the Discover card. It pays to discover. By your Midwest GMC truck dealers, Bellman, Bomarito, and Brooklyn GMC. By Boatman's Bank. Boatman's is a proud sponsor of St. Louis Blues hockey. By your neighborhood St. Louis Chrysler Plymouth dealers. By Hardee's, where it's always fresh from the kitchen. And by AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts.